Good evening, Purvin.
Good evening.
I am Rajat and I will be conducting your interview today. I will start asking you a few questions and give you an opportunity to ask a few questions at the end of session if you have. Okay. Shall we begin,
Yeah,
Purvin?
certainly, yes.
Okay. To begin with, please introduce yourself.
Well, myself, Purvin Patel. I'm from India. Currently, I'm pursuing my diploma in hotel operation management from George Brown College, downtown Toronto. I have done my schoolings from India itself. After my schooling, I have done my graduation in hospitality and hotel administration. Later on, I have completed my majors in marketing. After after uh, After my graduation, I have worked for like almost 4.5 years in corporate, four different corporate industry in customer service, sales, and marketing. Apart from my work and education experience, I do have some hobbies. In hobbies, I love to listen to meaningful music. I love to surf internet where I found meaningful and knowledgeable information because I love to diversify my knowledge. I love to diversify myself, and I love to travel. That's it.
Okay, that's perfect, Purvin. So, do you have any particular choice of music you would like to always often listen?
Well, I love to listen country music or some soft music. I don't like music which having a high BPM or some like metal rock. I don't like. I like jazz, something like that.
Okay, Purvin. So we begin ahead. So, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, if I talk about my strengths are like I'm a creative thinker. I'm a task patronized. I'm disciplined and determined. I'm analytical thinker. I have a good communication skill. I'm dedicated and enthusiastic. I have an interpersonal skill, and I'm always respectful to others. And the most important, I'm passionate towards whatever the work I'm doing.
Oh,
And if I talk about my weaknesses, well, even the great men do have some weaknesses. So I focus too much on the details. Like in my last organization, I worked with like Amazon, and in that thing, like if anything happened, if I got any concern from the customers, I'll be like I get into the details to know about it. I have a hard time letting go of the projects. So in that, like I slightly become impatient when any work is running beyond the deadline or is getting late. So that's the weakness that I have.
that sounds so good. So, Purvi, why you want to join our company?
Well, I have seen your company consistently listed as one of the top places to work. I have read the employee testimonials and heard of your enthusiasm for the encouraging employee growth through education, training, and vast resources. So I already know that engaged employee produce better work. So I love to join your innovative team and continue to create a great work and grow within the company by learning new skills.
Okay. So, next question, Purvi, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I would love to be in the industry expert that can go for ideas, help, and strategy. I have an amazing mentors and managers in my past position, so I like to able to provide a similar guidance, potentially taking on leadership role. Finally, I like to have taken the lead on a like some project I'm passionate about. I'm motivated by connecting my initiatives to the company largest goals, and I'm excited by the prospect of getting more experience in that.
Oh, that's good. So, next question will be, what does customer service mean to you, Purvi?
In my experience, a good customer service involves taking responsibilities when something goes wrong and doing what you can make it right. Like for example, recently coming for the interview, I have taken this flight. I had pre-ordered my meal only to discover they didn't stock enough of my dish. Instead of simply stating the fact, the flight attendant apologized and sincerely and offered me a free premium snack, free drink and a premium snack. To me, this apology went a long way, smoothing things over. The freebie was an added bonus and made me feel valued as a customer and choose the same airline for the next flight. Yeah,
Oh, so that's a really good experience with you, right?
I do have.
Okay, yeah. So moving forward, describe a challenge situation you may face in your workplace. How did you respond it? Like as you mentioned that you work as a manager, and please could you elaborate it? How you describe your leadership skills, Purvin?
Well, it was a time when I was working with a jubilant food work, and I was working as a restaurant manager over there. So it was a time when I have a very sharp staff at that time, and it was a monsoon season, so it was heavy, it raining really heavily. So at some part of of the city got flooded by the water. That means the drainage issues having created because the water goes long, the rainfall goes really long. So in that case, I got a lot of orders. Like it's like more than 45 orders in my restaurant, and it was become very hard to deliver it because the water level rose to the 1 to 2 feet. And driving in 1 to 2 feet, driving a bike in 1 to 2 feet, it's really hard. Still, my team is so motivated, so passionate because I was leading them, and they everyone has done their work really well, even in the rain. Myself, I put my coat on and I get on the delivery to help and motivate, cheer up my team to get all the orders delivered to the customers. And luckily, we get a very good and positive response at that time, really good feedbacks. So I think my strength as a leader are effective and delegation and the communication. So my leadership style takes an advantage of those strengths. I always try to delegate tasks to whoever the best equipped to perform well in the task, and I try to communicate clearly about the needs to be done and why. So this eliminates the back and forth mistakes and needing to redo the task. So taking more time to communicate effectively at the beginning of the project and delegating properly both end up the saving time as a work experience, work in advance, any order. So it will won't create and have work in restaurants or any other place to the customers and for me. It's really good. It saves time and save money. That's it.
Yeah, I can understand. Like 40-45 orders is too much,
It's too
really.
much.
Yeah. So, Praveen, tell me something. Like, I gave you a situation. Like, you told me about the delivery procedure, how your team works up with you, how you lead them.
Yeah.
So, suppose if the somehow the food will be spoiled, so you may proceed the procedure, your guidelines, and you will do anything creative to make it more effective.
Well, before being a manager, I have to make sure that my food should be delivered in a very safe way. So we got some insulated thermal packages, so where the food can stay warm and it can be protected from the rainfall and any other dust and any other biochemical, whatever XYZ hazard that can contaminate food. It is safe from everything. But even though if something happened, the food get contaminated from the outside, like outside stuff, if it's gets spoiled. So then I have to make sure, if it goes to the rider or delivery boy or anyone in the restaurant, we have to make sure we remake the order. We suggest the customer not to have that order because if it's got spoiled or get wet because of rain or something. We make sure that we make the order and also give him some freebies like free stuff like to make them happy because we and for as well
Yeah,
the apologies too. That's it.
yeah, that's a nice way to thank you to say sorry as well. So, Purveen, we have a many applicant here. Why we should hire you?
Well, thank you for asking this question. Based on what you have said today, from the research I have done, your company is looking for the skilled communicator and experienced marketer to grow your business. And I help your company stand out from the competition. At my previous company, I increased their activity by 20% by implementing targeted social media by advertising. So I will bring the innovative interpersonal and spirit to your company. As I'm experienced in my sales, marketing, customer service, I'll definitely uh, bring success, and it will be my top priority.
Okay, that's good. So thank you, Purveen. This is complete our interview session for today. We thank you again for showing your interest in this position and taking your time to meet us. We will contact you as soon as possible once we're done with our interview process and reach a decision by the end of the week. So do you have any questions, Purveen?
Well, I do have a couple of questions for you, like being a part of the hotel, like Hilton, it's a great opportunity. So just want to know. I'm curious to know what do you love about working for this company?
Well, Purveen,
And
work we have worked like a family and we always look after each other. That's the best way we look for our employees.
what will success look like in this role which I applied?
That's a nice question, Purvi. So as your I see your profile, your resume, well, I'm honestly saying you, sky has no limit. Even though you can reach a higher positions like manager, CEO, and you can even move ahead according to your leadership skills.
That's amazing. I'm really curious to get your feedback on my interview.
Yeah, sure. So we will be in touch. Have
Sure.
a good night, Purvi. Bye bye.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.